Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in and rocking with me. I really do appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. Let's catch a vibe, be a vibe, rebuke a vibe. Okay. I wanted to do something a little different, switch it up. Also, let me know in the comment section or email me if you have like certain little ideas or topics you would like me to do. Okay, I'll definitely go ahead and do them. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and do a what do people secretly want to tell you? Okay, so I thought this would be very interesting, and I don't know if y'all can hear the giddiness in my voice as I was shuffling the cards. We're gonna use a few different decks, okay? But as I was shuffling my personal deck, I did have the card pop up that says I don't do this often, and then in parentheses lie, okay? And I don't know, that just tickled me. And I don't know, maybe it might tickle some of y'all as well, because that could be something that somebody see. Oh yeah, and then on this deck we did have healthy love, friend, lover, family. Okay, but to that I don't do this often lie. Okay, so somebody could secretly be saying behind your back that you could be saying like it's something that you don't do often, but somebody could feel like that you're lying because ain't no way you don't do this often because you do it too good. Okay, now what it is gonna be different for everybody. Okay, so take it how it resonates, y'all. Okay, just go back to the person who probably could have said like, damn, you pretty good at this for this to be your first time, or damn, you know what I'm saying, or if you just know that you one of them people that be saying I don't usually do this. If you said that to somebody, somebody felt like that you was lying because you did it too good. Okay, and that could be anything. Okay, and I laughed about it because I'm like, well, shit, some of us are fast learners, huh? Okay, like don't be mad, be glad. And then if motherfucker did do it good the first time or was good at something, you should be thankful. Okay, especially because my mind a little in the gutter, y'all. So, motherfucker, you should be thankful. You know what I'm saying? But it could be anything, okay? Somebody could feel like that you told them that you don't know how to do something or you don't do something often or you're not good at something, but then when y'all actually start doing it, it's like, well, shit, well, I couldn't tell type of energy, okay? So either what people could say about you secretly behind your back is that for some of y'all, you are a fast learner, and then for some of y'all as well, people could also say behind your back that you be lying, okay? You be lying about shit that you really good at or that you have experience at, and then you blow people away, okay? Once the experience start or once y'all starting to do something, and this could be anything, y'all. It's not just nasty shit, but I ain't gonna lie. One of like that wasn't my initial thought. It was something else that came to mind, but that was like second up. Okay. So for some of y'all, it could be in regards to like sex, okay, sexual like shit, and then for others, y'all, it could be something that's just as simple as swimming, okay, or dancing or singing, okay. Maybe you told somebody, well, I don't really know how to sing or I really don't know how to dance that good, but I do it, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all end up going to karaoke and you up there sounding like motherfucking Whitney Houston, okay? Or y'all went out to dance, okay? You like, well, I don't really go to the club, I don't dance like that, but I go. And they turn around and you got a whole motherfucking circle. It's a circle and then you in the middle and you dropping it like it's hot, okay? Or something like that, okay? But it could be anything. Swimming, okay? Maybe you tell somebody you're not really a good swimmer, and shit, y'all went swimming, y'all on the beach, and you all out here with the dolphins, like, okay? Or even all, what just popped up in my head, you could have told somebody, well, I'm not that good at hair, and they was like, well, could you just try to do my hair, try to flat iron it, try to curl it, and they walked out your house feeling like they didn't left the shop, okay? So it could be something that you consider yourself not that good at, and you probably told people that you weren't that good at that shit, okay? But motherfuckers like, nah, poo, you didn't did this before, okay? But also the first thing that also came to my mind, especially me as a tarot reader. So shout out to the tarot readers, gang, okay. But for some of y'all, this also could be tarot. Maybe you told somebody like, well, I just pull cards for just myself, or you know what I'm saying, I don't do it too often. I just do it every now and then when I'm feeling a little a little cloudy and I need some type of clarity, and they like, ooh, well, read me, and you read them, and you like, they walked away and they like, bitch, you lie, you sit down here and you do this shit all the time, okay? That was too good You was too on point, okay? But that could be with anything, even cooking, okay? Somebody could be like, well, I really don't know how to make that, or I don't cook too much, you know what I'm saying? And you could have cooked the dish, and they like, oh no, baby, you didn't cook that before, and it was delicious. It was perfect, fantastic, okay? Yeah, so that's something that's secretly being said about you as well. You could be good at something and you like try to downplay it. Okay, so okay, I mean I'm getting a little humbleness. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Uh, what else? So let's see. Let's go ahead and tap in. Okay, we got stability at the top. Okay, so also what's being secretly said about you as well is that you're somebody that's very stable. Okay, the number 444 could be significant. The month of April could be significant. Somebody could be born on the 4th of a day. Okay, but yeah, what's secretly being talked about or said about you is something in regards to your stability. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Okay, also somebody could be an 80s baby. Y'all know every time this card come up, that song, I gotta say it. Born in the 80s, crack 80. Okay. Okay, but for some of y'all, I don't know, maybe that could be significant. Okay, maybe somebody throwing tea, throwing shade. Okay, especially if you do come from, a family of addicts or something like that. Something could be secretly said about that as well. Okay, or you could just be, you could be an 80s baby. Okay, it ain't that deep. uh Coven of dark witches, warlocks. Okay, so what's secretly being said about you as well? Somebody could feel like that you like you're in some type of coven. Okay, some people could be feeling like that you do some type of magic. For some of y'all, this could be dark magic. For others of y'all, this could be, you could be like considered like a white witch. Okay, but I'm just getting like witch warlock type of energy. That's something that's secretly being said about you. Okay, you could be like a witch or a warlock, or you're into the occult. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Also, what's secretly being said about you is you can have the gift of gab. Okay. So it's giving me with these two energies to get together, witch, warlock. I'm getting energy of like manifestation. Okay. So what's being secretly said about you is that you're able to. Damn, y'all know what I just heard? I just heard you're able to talk a nigga out of them pockets. Okay, so some of y'all, I don't know, that's secretly being said about you. Maybe somebody could be saying things like that you got like a sugar mama or a sugar daddy, or you got the gift of gab. You can talk people into doing stuff for you, especially when it comes to something in regards to your stability or their stability. Okay, also I just heard in my head angel investor. So you could be good with like contracts. You get people to sign contracts. Ain't that a job? What type of career is that? Okay, but that's something that's secretly being said about you. Somebody feel like that you're very persuasive. Okay, you got the gift of gab. Somebody also could be saying behind your back, or what's secretly being said about you behind your back is that you're like a manifester. Okay, you speak things into existence. Yeah, you're like some type of like manifester, especially when it comes to like your stability. Okay, so what's secretly being said about you is like you could be somebody that be able to you make money. You know what I'm saying? You make money, you get jobs. Okay, maybe also something that's secretly being said about you is maybe like once you lose a job, it only take you 4 days or 4 weeks to get another one. And in the meantime, while you waiting for them to call you back from that interview, you got this sugar daddy online or this sugar mama online, or you just able to talk your way into stuff or out of stuff. Okay, so so like if you lost your job or something, you could be like the type of person where people could secretly say like the way that you talk to people, that'll make people like have compassion for you, or want to look out for you, or give you some type of like what's that called when they give you like some type of extension. Okay, so maybe somebody could be saying like you talked your landlord into giving you an extension. Okay, or something could be significant about you like doing something around like. Also something secretly could be said about you as well is that maybe people that do stuff like that's good with their hands, or you could be good with your hands, because it's giving me back that example of like, say if you did like lose your job and you kind of rent was coming up, you could have been the type of person that talked your landlord into giving you an extension without any late fees. Or you could be somebody, if you are good with your hands, you could have been like, well, look, this need done around the house, this need done around the house, this need done in the yard. How about I do it? And I won't charge you for it, but you can take it off my rent type of energy, okay? And like you be real convincing where motherfuckers be like, well shit, that's a win-win because that actually do need to be fixed. That actually do need to be done, okay? And you sure you know how to do it? Yeah, I know how to do it, okay? And then you get out there and you do it, okay? And so it works out for everybody, okay? So that could be something that's secretly said about you. Like you're very resourceful. Y'all, something fell, my bad. Okay, your number was never saved. Okay, so what people could be secretly saying about you as well is that you don't save people numbers. Okay, you don't save people numbers. You might be answering the phone like, who this? Okay, or if somebody texts you like, hey, what you doing? You be like, who this? Or what's up? Okay, like, so yeah, what's secretly being said about you is that you don't save people numbers. Okay, so for some of y'all, I kind of take that as that you don't really look at people as long term, or you don't take people serious or something like that. Okay, that's something that's secretly being said about you. You don't be taking people serious. Okay, especially if they try to like think they finna sweet talk you. I'm getting that as well with this gift of gab. Like people, you don't take sweet talkers seriously, or if it's all talk but no action, you're not saving a number. Okay, yeah. So what's secretly being said about you is that you don't let people sweet talk you. You don't save motherfuckers' numbers if you know they really not on shit. Okay. Something could also be significant about a 70s baby. That's a lot that came out. Somebody could be born in the 70s. Okay. So what's secretly being? Oh, you know what I just heard, y'all. And do not get offended. Okay. But what secretly could be being said about you as well is that like you kind of like got like an old like throwback like style when it comes to like either dressing or music. Okay, because when I looked at this car, I instantly thought of like bell bottoms. Okay, so I don't know if you could have a lot of bell bottoms, or you could wear like a lot of like those little bright flashy colors. Somebody also could have an afro. If you rock an afro, people secretly talk about that. Okay, if you wear like bell bottoms, or if you dress like back in the day, okay? Like, I don't know why I'm getting energy of like people with like on the soul train, okay? So that could be significant as well. For some of y'all as well, people can also secretly talk about, y'all, oh my God, why I just see what is that, a red bird? What is those called, like a cardinal or some shit? So their color red could be significant, okay? Cardinals can be significant. But okay, so the 70s though, either something people secretly talk about either like that your style of dressing or your style of music is like 70s, okay? Or like disco type of vibe, okay? Or what's that? Okay, because now I just heard disco lady bounce that money maker and count that pay for pay. She was backing it up, poking it out. So I don't know, is that Baby Drew? Secretly talk about how you like, I don't know if you used to be a dancer back in the day. Okay, or maybe you dance like people from the 70s or the Soul Train or something. People secretly talk about that. Or like I just said, you could have like a real throwback type of style where you rock the bell bottoms, you rock the turtlenecks, you rock the afros. You know what I'm saying? You would go and throw on you a leather black trench coat on these hoes. So people can secretly talk about your style, okay? Maybe you dress like from different eras, okay? You have your moments where you with the shit and you know, new school, but then you like to throw it back and you dress it like you from the 70s, okay? Some of y'all could be born in the literal 70s as well, okay? Let's move on, though. Okay, I want to block you. Okay, so people could also secretly talk about how you be like blocking people. Okay, yeah, you block people. If you don't want to talk to them no more, you don't say their number, you will block them. Okay, sometimes you block people without even telling them. Okay, that's what's being secretly said about you. But some of y'all as well, don't take this if it don't resonate. But by this coming under witches and warlocks, some people could be saying like that you do magic to block stuff or block people. Okay, like that people could be secretly saying that you be definitely around here putting bitches in jars and shit. Okay. And look, y'all, don't take that if it don't resonate, okay? But it is like, look how it's coming out, y'all. Look, it says witches, warlocks, and then it says, I want to block you, okay? So people could definitely feel like that you one of them ones that If you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like somebody, or if somebody, I'm not even really getting if you don't like somebody. I'm getting like if somebody just doing some shit that's, you know what I'm saying? Because then look, it's crazy how I split the deck. Because look, yeah, so I'm not, look, it says good idea. Okay, so good idea. So I'm not getting, why is all these birds stopping right here, y'all? Oh my God. So I don't know, somebody's name could be Bird, or somebody could watch birds, or just birds could be significant, y'all. I don't know why all of a sudden I sat down here and all these birds want to come and say hi to me. Like, and then I haven't seen a red, I think that's a cardinal. I'm going to look at it, Google it. But I haven't seen a red bird in like, I don't know how long. So I don't know, birds can be significant. But I am getting, because with the good idea here, I'm getting that you don't do, like, if you is into that, you know what I'm saying? If you're not, just disregard, you know what I'm saying? But if you is into the occult, people feel like that you is the type of motherfucker where you will definitely, you will hex a motherfucker. You will, okay? But I'm not getting like you just do it because you don't like somebody, okay? You do it because it was warranted. Like somebody you could have found out somebody did it to you. Shit, so you doing it back, okay? Or somebody could have did something to, wow. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be distracted, y'all, but I wish I could show y'all this. But, or like, you know, somebody could have did something to, like, I don't know, somebody could have, I don't know, like, you know, big things, you know, somebody could have caused somebody to death, caused somebody some type of loss or something like that, caused somebody to be sick. It's like you will do some magic on a bitch, basically, okay? That's what's secretly being said about you. But for a lot of y'all, like I said, with the good idea here, I'm not getting, and then look at the back, we have making bail, okay? So I'm not getting that you just do it because you don't like a bitch, or you do it because you found out that your man was cheating. You're not one of them. You're not one of the silly witch bitches. You one of the bitches, you one of the witch bitches that got, like, you know what I'm saying, that got some sense, okay? You could be definitely a white witch, but you would definitely get down and dirty, okay? And I feel like you don't just do it on no petty shit because we have good idea here. It's like something, you know, where you're standing up for yourself or for somebody else. We're like, okay, yeah, you didn't cross the line with that one. We're going to go ahead and put you in the freezer, okay? Or some shit like that, okay? And then we have making bail here. So I'm getting like you do it to bail either yourself or get other people out of a jam, or get yourself out of a jam, or like it's warranted that you do it because like you get bailed out, you know, because they say that shit comes back, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's probably possibly don't really come back to you because it's like you're doing it with pure intent. Like you're doing, like, you could be somebody who do like protection spells. If you is putting bitches in jars and shit, it's to keep a bitch away from you, okay? And this possibly could be the same motherfucker who you didn't had a fight with, or somebody who didn't slash the tires, or somebody who didn't put you in the hospital. You know, like it be shit like you defending yourself. It's not like you just get mad or you just being jealous and you starting to do magic on people. It's not like that type of energy. But people could definitely be talking about this behind your back secretly, okay? Let's see. It says, and then look, y'all, raise your vibration. Yeah. So it's not, I'm not getting like no dark energy work type of shit, okay? But secretly behind your back as well, people could be saying that you're very high vibe, and then that it is contradicting if it is, okay? So people could be saying behind your back that you have a very high vibration, okay? And you also know how to raise people vibrations, okay? For the most part, you're a very positive person. You know, your frequency is top tier. That's what I just heard, okay? You know how to raise your vibrations. You know how to raise the vibrations in the room, okay? You got good energy. People say that behind your back, okay? But then they know not to fuck with you or do things to come against you or to, you know what I'm saying, try to play in your face because they know that you will block their ass. They know that you will delete their number. And if it's that serious, they know that you will put their ass in the freezer. Y'all. Oh my God. It says, Chris Brown, you woke, baby. That's my baby. She woke. She my little Chico. Okay, so behind your back, people do talk about your spirituality. They know that you very woke. Okay, behind your back, people also, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, because I just got this in my head. You know, like the conspiracy theorists. People can call you a conspiracy theorist behind your back. But the thing about it is that, shit, you kind of, for the most part, you be on point, okay? With the raised vibrations, it's like you raise awareness. I'm also getting that as well, okay? With the raised vibrations, it made me think of raised awareness just came to my head. So you could be like, people could talk about that you're a conspiracy theorist, but you be putting people on game, okay? And you also be, raising awareness and also teaching people how to like raise their vibrations, so that way these so-called conspiracies, and y'all know I gotta do conspiracies, because right about now, if you got conspiracy friends, you definitely owe their ass an apology, because I haven't heard of no conspiracy that haven't came to fruition at this point. Let me know in the comment section, y'all, because shit be wild, okay? Earth is so ghetto, but I haven't heard one that haven't been, you know what I'm saying, they haven't been stamped and approved at this point, okay? So apologize to your conspiracy friends, okay? But behind your back, secretly people do call you that. They call you a conspiracy theorist. But shit, you be putting people on game, okay? Let's see. What do people say about you behind your back? People say behind your back that you shy, you a homebody, okay? You can be very selective, okay? People say behind your back, it says spiritual connection. People talk about your spirituality a lot, okay? Especially if you're spiritual. If you're religious, people can talk about that as well, but I'm more so getting my spiritual girlies and guys. If you're spiritual and people know this, they talk about that a lot, okay? They talk about your spiritual connection to the divine, okay? I also just heard spiritual protection. People can secretly talk about how you're spiritually protected, okay? Because for some of y'all, you can have people that you can have people that have probably tried to do shit to you, send you evil eye, do dark magic on you, and it's like it never worked, okay? And people could secretly talk about that, okay? So I don't know if people secretly know that you could be like, I don't know, that you could be kind of like, this is random, so y'all, this is just a download, don't take it if it don't resonate. But if you are like, spiritual, people could talk about that. You could be into it with somebody else that's spiritual, okay? And maybe maybe they know that y'all both, is into the occult, okay? And y'all don't, motherfucker be doing they little dibble and dabble and they magic. Okay, so I don't know how somebody know this, but somebody could know that somebody possibly did try to block you spiritually, or block your intuition, or send you the evil eye, or do magic on you, and it didn't work because you so spiritually tapped in and spiritually protected. Okay, people talk about that behind your back. Okay, so I don't know, somebody bold as a bitch to be like, yeah, I put that bitch in a jar. I don't know if somebody did that, or maybe somebody could have seen something in somebody's house, like somebody put you on an altar, but nothing ever happened. Like you was still out here moving and grooving. Your vibration was still high. You still out here raising vibrations. You still just kind of doing you, okay? So somebody could be like, damn, like her magic weak, okay? Or maybe it's not weak, but it don't work on her, or it don't work on him, okay? People could definitely be talking about that, okay? False validation, okay? So what's secretly being talked about behind you as well is that, let me get one more before I say that. Y'all, these birds, look, false validation, transmute energy came out. Okay, so people could be saying behind your back that you don't need any type of validation. Okay, you don't need no type of validation you don't look for outside validation. Okay, you transmute any type of energy of feeling the need to search for any type of I can't even say the word, false validation, because we all have we human, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had those moments, okay? 1 minute you can be feeling like you just the baddest of the baddest of them all, mirror on the wall type of energy. And then you might get into, that mood or that slump where you just feeling like, oh my God, I just feel so ugly, and oh my God, where's this pimple coming from? Okay, and then especially my ladies, you go through that time of the month, you get a little bloated, okay? So, everybody had their moments. But what's secretly being said behind your back about you is that you know how to transmute that energy, okay? Whenever you're feeling in the dumps, okay, or whenever, even if you looking a hot ass mess, you could be the type of motherfucker that still feel like that you're mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all type of energy. Okay, with the pimples and all, with the fupa and all, with whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, still her, still him. type of energy. So what's secretly being said about you is that you're very confident. You don't need no you don't need no validation, okay? Because you don't like false validation anyway. So you somebody what's being secretly said about you is that you somebody who definitely do like some type of inner healing, inner work. Like you locked in with yourself, okay? So you know your flaws. You accept your flaws. You rock your flaws. All that trying to, you don't need nobody to validate you. You definitely don't need no fake love. I just heard that as well, okay? What's being said about you is you know how to transmute any of that energy anyway. Okay. Let's see what else. What's being secretly said about you? Let's get two more, and then we're gonna do a little tarot. I didn't want this to be too long. So what's being secretly said about you as well? You could be a Sagittarius, or maybe all of this is being said by a Sagittarius. Take it how it resonate. Let's get one on the Sag. Okay, let's see. Sag rising. Hey, woo. Let me know in the comment section if you got Sag in your chart. Okay, I'm a Sag rising. But you could be a Sagittarius, or like I said, this for some of y'all, this could be the person that's secretly saying stuff behind your back. Okay, what's secretly being said about you could be coming from a Sagittarius. Okay, so we got high maintenance, spoiled, bougie. Okay, so either you're this Sagittarius and you're high maintenance, spoiled, bougie. That's what's secretly being said about you. Or you could have a Sagittarius that's talking about you, saying that you're high maintenance, you're spoiled, and you're bougie. Okay, let's get one more, and then we're going to get a few tarot, and we're going to close it out. What's secretly being, for some of y'all, also a Taurus. Okay, or you could be a Taurus or have Taurus in your chart. Okay, let's get one on this Taurus. It says so no, it's not the Sag. Y'all, this is so crazy. Okay, so look, let's get one on a Taurus. Oh, okay, so this is the leak. So for some of y'all, what's secretly being said about you is being said by a Taurus. They the fucking leak. They the gossip. Okay, they're the one that's sharing the secrets. Okay, that's not gonna be for everybody. Don't take it if it don't resonate. But for some of y'all, you definitely have a Taurus in your energy. That's basically, and that's crazy how this came out. We talking about what's the secret? What do people secretly say about you? And this look, it came out, the leak, gossip, secrets. You have a Taurus that's the leak. They're the one who's gossiping about you. For some of y'all, they could be doing this with a Sagittarius, or like if you just know who this Taurus is, they the leak. Okay, they the one gossiping, they the one running their yaps. Okay, this could be Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, I also just heard Venus. Let's get like a few tarot, and then we're gonna close it out. What's being secretly said about the collective? Okay, what's being secretly said about you behind your back? Okay, we got Leo energy. So what's being secretly said about you behind your back with the strength here is that you're somebody who's very courageous. You're brave. Okay, you're confident. Remember we was talking about that. Okay, so that's just confirmation. You are a confident person. Okay, what's being secretly said about you as well is that you also can persuade people. That's just confirmation as well with the gift of gab here. Okay, because the strength card can talk about persuasion. So what's being secretly said about you is that you're you be so confident in yourself that you make other people confident, okay? Or that you make people, but you make them, I just heard you make motherfuckers believers. I'm going to make you a believer. I'm going to make a believer out of you. That's what's being secretly said about you behind your back. You make other people believers, okay? Whether this is in themselves, whether this is in you, okay? Or in your motive or in your goals, but you definitely influence people and you persuade people. That's something that's being said about you. Okay, and also that you overcome. Okay, you overcame a lot. That's something that's being said about you as well with the strength here. Queen of Cups coming out. Okay, Cancer, Gemini energy, Pisces, Scorpio energy. What's being secretly said about you is that you're very feminine. Okay, you could be like this passenger. Oh, look at this bird got a worm, y'all. They out here clowning. So early bird get the worm. So what's being said about you is that you get up no matter what. You overcome. No matter if you tired, if you hurt, if you scared, you still get up and you're a mother, okay? Especially with the Queen of Cups. If you are a mother or a parent, it don't matter how you feeling, you get up and you show up for them babies, okay? Early bird get the worm. You could be somebody that like to get up early, like to get your day started. That's what's being secretly said about you, okay? Also, you could be very compassionate. You could be very kind and supportive. That's what's being said about you as well. For some of y'all as well, you could be somebody who is like a counselor, or you could be somebody where people feel comfortable talking, to you. For some of y'all, you could be like a tarot reader, or you can be some type of like spiritual like advocate or something. Like that's not gonna be for everybody, but that's something. If you are into that, people talk about that. People talk about how you, especially if you're a tarot reader, how you be on point. Okay, like you're intuitive and you're very encouraging as well. You always got some. You provide solutions. That's what I just heard. You provide solutions. People talk about that secretly. Okay, let's get. Let me go. I'm gonna just get two. So I'm gonna read. Oh, and then we have the Emperor. Okay, so we got the Seven of Pentacles in the Emperor. Okay, so Taurus energy, Aries energy. What's being secretly said about you is that you're planning. Early bird is like confirmation of early bird get the worm. You plan things out. Okay. Also, what's being secretly said about you is that you like a hard worker. Also, for some of y'all, what's being secretly said about you is that something that you planted or something that you've been investing in is paying off. Okay, and it's providing you with some type of structure or stability or protection, or you in this authority role. Okay, what's being secretly said about you? People talk a lot about your stability. People view you as somebody that's very stable, and they feel like that you worked hard to gain that stability. Okay, people also talk about you secretly that you can be like this emperor, like you can be a business owner. If you are a business owner, they talk about your business. Okay, people could read the reviews on your business as well. Even if they ain't shopping, they be wanting to read reviews and see how other people view you. Okay, people secretly do that or secretly talk about that. People also secretly talk about how like you're very dependable. Okay, you could be like a father figure for my fellas. People talk about how you pour into your children or how you invest in your children. Oh, excuse me, how you invest in your children. Okay, for some of y'all as well, I just heard, like, especially if you are masculine, people secretly talk about like how much that you're paying in child support. Okay, if they know, which I don't know how people would know this would have to be people that's close to you that you done told your business to, but they could talk about that. They be like, shit, my bro pay his child support, he paying that bitch some bands. Okay, or he paying her a couple $100, so he do his part. People commend you and they secretly talk about that. Like they be like, damn bro, you paying all that means you must be very stable. Okay, very stable. People talk about that you're a good father with the Emperor here. Okay, people also talk about how you like I said, you invest in your children, you work hard, and for some of y'all you could do this strictly for your kids, especially if you like a mother or a father. And for others of you, if you're not a mother or father, people can secretly talk about how you invest a lot in your business. You're always rebranding yourself. Okay, any money you make, you pour it back into the business, and it's bringing you like some type of stability. Okay, like you're in control of how many hours you work, how many days you work. Like for some of y'all, people talk about, if you're an entrepreneur, they talk about how flexible your schedule is and how you can do what the fuck you want to do. Okay, so y'all, we gonna wrap it up right there. I don't want to make it too long. If the message resonated, let me know in the comment section. Okay, if you be putting bitches in jars, okay. Put the little whiz thing. Y'all know the little whiz emoji. Okay, let me shout out to the witches and the warlocks around this bitch. Okay, if you ain't into that, you just a spiritual baddie. Go ahead and put the fairy in the comment section. Okay, you too cute. You don't gotta do all that. The divine God got you. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting your nails dirty. You're not digging in no dirt. Okay. And then shout out to the mommies and the daddies holding it down. Early bird get the worm type shit. Okay, but y'all, that's the message. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.